going on, guys? Just got back from watching fireworks with some really good friends and my family. And when I was out there on the boat, we were looking at the fireworks and thinking, like, wow, like this is amazing. Like, how do they do this, right? And it started to make me think about when you see this image, right? We weren't seeing the people who were lighting the fireworks and, you know, listening to the orders. Hey, we got to do these fireworks in this order. We have to do it at this time. All we saw up there were the fireworks, right? That's all we were focused on. And it kind of made me think about, as athletes, we think, we put ourselves in the position as the people who are taking the orders, shooting these fireworks off, right? We think all the eyes are on us. And, oh, dude, if we shoot one off at the wrong time, man, like, it's over. My image of myself, like, I just did this in front of everybody and it's over. I can't come back from that. And I want you to realize that people are focused on everything else but that one tiny mistake that you made on the field. You are the only person that's focused on that. And it's tough because if you make a mistake, of course it's going to be in your head and it's going to weigh on you a little bit. But 5 seconds later, people are not going to remember. 5 minutes later, an hour later, the next day, people are not going to remember that. You may remember that, and you may think, man, I made this mistake in front of all these people. I embarrassed myself. I embarrassed my team. I let my team down. But they're not thinking that. They're looking at the fireworks. They're not looking at the people shooting them off, right? As athletes, you need to understand that your image of who you are and your value and your worth is so much more than your performance on the field, okay? And I'll tell you, every single person on this planet, including you and me, are all given value from Jesus Christ, right? Truly. He wants a relationship with you. He wants to know you. You can't bring your stats into heaven. You don't go to heaven and say, oh, I hit 330 this year with 5 homers, 10 homers, or 15 doubles, right? Like, you're not going to heaven for that. You're going to heaven to be reunited with God in the kingdom. And so, yes, is it important to want to do good and do your best with the talents that God gave you and go out and pursue them? Absolutely. Absolutely. But you can't put so much effort into thinking everything I do on this field defines who I am as a person, because that's not true. Jesus already bled and died for you on the cross. Your value is already stated. He loves you, and you are so valuable to him and everybody else more than just who you are on the field. That's not important, and we give it so much mindset and effort out of our day to sit there and think, man, I really hope I do good today. Otherwise, my day's going to be ruined or my week's going to be ruined, and the competitiveness of sports nowadays is great. Competition is good. It's good. But you can't let the competition break you down and shatter your self-confidence and your self-image, because that's not what it's about. The whole idea of sports is learning how to work together, how to go out there and perform with the talents you were given to help your team win. It wasn't about going out there and at the end of the day going, I'm worthless, I let my team down, I'm a loser. That's not what it's about. That's not what it's about. Sometimes you may have those feelings. I sure have had those feelings a lot. But who you are as a person is not defined by what you do on the field. It's defined by how you grow into the young man or the young woman you become. That's what defines you as a person. And for me, I want to be defined by my faith in Jesus. He saved my life. He saved my life. And I want you to know that where I was trying to do everything myself. On the field, I was like, there's got to be something I can change to get me out of this slump, to get me out of this stretch of just unluckiness that I'm going through at the plate, man. Like, there's got to be something I can do. There's something I can change. And I was trying to do everything myself. I was trying to control my situation. And I'll tell you right now, once you give control up, once you surrender yourself and you say, God, I can't do anything else. I've tried everything and it hasn't worked. I'm going to put my faith in you to save me and guide me on a path through your will, on a righteous path. Once you do that and you give up your control and you let God have your burdens, you let God have the heaviness that's weighing on your heart, I can guarantee you, I can promise you that you will feel so relieved that this weight was lifted off your chest, because God wants to take your burden from you. He wants to take your pain from you. He wants to take that from you and let you lead him, or let him lead you down his righteous path forward. And when you do that, you will be changed forever. And I'm telling you, when I did that this past year, this past season, the last 3 series was the best I'd ever hit in college. And it's because every single at-bat, every single play, every single inning, every single game, I knew no matter what happened, I was playing for the glory of God. And I was playing with the talents that he gave me. And if something didn't go my way, it was okay. Because I knew that there was a moment in the future that I was going to be needed. And I had to make sure that I was not letting those bumps get in my way, get in my head. Because I don't need to be in control 100% of the time. I just need to go out there and trust that I prepared myself and God gave me the talents and ability to be successful. And if I believe in him and I believe in myself, I'll be successful. Even if it's not the type of success that you're thinking you want, right? Sometimes we work so hard for a specific goal, and if we don't reach that goal, we think that we failed. But in reality, the journey and development that it took to get us to even have a shot at our goals was so much more of a win than we could imagine. Because we're so focused on this tiny end result, we want to throw away all of the hard work that we built up and the way that we shaped ourselves just because we didn't get exactly what we wanted. Take a step back and understand that you don't have to be in control of everything. Give that control up. Let God lead you. He will lead you in the right direction. His path is always the right path. And you won't always know what that path is supposed to be. And that's fine. Is it hard? Yes. I'm someone who I need to know what's going on. I've always been, I need to have a plan. We stick to the plan. All right, cool. At least I know what's going on. I don't know God's plan. And I'm okay with that now. Because I know that no matter what happens, he's leading me in the right direction. And as long as I put my faith in him and truly believe in him and believe that what he's going to do is what's best for me, I'll be okay. So I want you guys to think about that the next time that you feel super overwhelmed on the field or just feel down on yourselves. Just sit there and just pray and say, God, I'm just asking that you can take my pain, take my burdens away from me. And I pray that you lead me down the path that you want for me. And I'm going to have faith in you, and I want to give you the control. I want to give up the control and let you lead me. You do that, and you'll watch your life be changed. I promise. God bless you guys.